So it's just another Funky Friday over here, and I wanted to talk to everyone today about morning routines, or you can call them morning rituals, or as Hal Elrod says, morning miracle. He wrote a book about it that I discovered over a year ago. But what is a morning routine or a ritual, whatever you want to call it? Do you ever feel like you're living your days by default? Like you wake up, you go to work, or you do your thing, and it's kind of like the day takes you rather than you take the day. So that's what a morning routine is for. It's very intentional, and there are three main ways that I use to tune up in the morning, and it's always got to be something to tune me up spiritually, physically, and mentally. I want to bring up Hal Elrod because if you are interested in creating a morning routine, I would definitely recommend getting his book. It's called The Morning Miracle. So I discovered that about, last year, February, so over a year ago, and I just thought it was so fantastic. Um, it's nothing different. I mean, everyone's got rituals in the, well, not everyone, but a lot of people have rituals in the morning. But he gives a lot of ideas about creating your own. So I would definitely recommend picking up his book, Morning Miracle. But I wanted to give you some tips and also give you an example of how I create my morning routine. So again, if you want to create intention each day and not live by default, but live on purpose and with intention, I definitely suggest that you commit yourself to creating one for yourself. So again, there's a spiritual tune-up, there's a mental tune-up, and there's a physical tune-up. So I'll share with you what my morning routine is these days, which is stretching, which takes care of me physically. I do self-Reiki, which it takes care of me spiritually, and I'm currently reading books about abundance, so that takes care of me mentally, repatterns my belief systems that I want to repattern. So I can give you, well, let me back up actually. So what I really want to say about that is my routine changes all the time, and the more you do this, the more conscious you will become about what's important to you for that day, for that week, for that period of your life, to support you in creating more intention in your everyday to day life. So let me give you some examples. So let's start with spiritual tune-up. So some suggestions I can give you here are meditation. And again, do it the way you want to do it, right? Maybe you like to listen to Tibetan bowls, like my friend JW, who's out there hopefully watching. Or you want to sit in silence, or you want to listen to binaural beats or mantras and chanting, whatever works for you. So meditation's one of them. Affirmations. So, right, that's creating positive statements to support you. Maybe you've got, you're aware that you've got some body issues or some limiting beliefs, self-doubt, things like that. You want to create affirmations for yourself that you can read to yourself or, write them freely while you're doing it. And visualization. So, however way you want to visualize, maybe you've got a vision board, or maybe you want to create one. Something that you can look at or something that you can imagine, right? So visualization is looking at something, or it's also imagining whatever it is that you're wanting. Okay, so that takes care of the spiritual tune-up. I want to move on to the mental tune-up. So I've got two examples for that, and that's reading, right? So nourishing your brain, right? Whatever, you're exposing your brain to, you really want to be aware of what you're reading, what you're putting in your head. So for me right now, it's about abundance, because I really want to do a lot of inner work around that. So ask yourself, what do you want to saturate your brain with at this time? And then there's writing. So there's lots of different writing tools out there. One of the ones that I've used a lot is to transform belief patterns. So I do writing around that, or I do an order form to the universe, which is something my life coach has taught me. And it's a very intentional kind of writing exercise that you write for yourself and how you want to set up your day. So those are two things that you can do for a mental tune-up. And the last one is the physical tune-up. So I've got stretching and exercise as an example. So really important to get your body moving. I personally just do stretching, but if you're willing to do some exercise, I would definitely encourage you to go for it. So the other thing I didn't mention before was you really want to dedicate at least 30 minutes to an hour for this. I know we're all really busy, but this will really enhance your days. It will really enrich your days. Because again, you're living with intention, not by default. So, I mean, the domino effect of that could be huge if you commit to this. So that's about it for today's Funky Friday. I encourage you to go out and create your own morning routine and share it with me. I would love to hear about it. And if you need help to create your own morning routine, you know where to find me. You can schedule with me at the bottom of the newsletter, and I'd be happy to help you. So good luck, and I'll see you next week.